Alright, so we're back on Planet Oxygen Not Included in the colony of questionable decisions. Um, I can't quite remember what we were doing, so we'll get back at it once I load it up. Yeah, I'm excited to see. Now that I'm thinking about it, oh yeah, we had the Hatch Ranch going, but we can't build it quite yet because we need the mechatronics engineer, which I think we had queued up. Yeah, and then I think we're gonna process this. Ooh, maybe the slush geyser. Did I get oxygen set up yet? No. So I think that was the next step, was getting oxygen. Yeah. Okay. And then, so every time you load up the game, for some reason it's always paused. So we'll just turn it back on. Kind of allows you to figure it out. Yeah. Is that going? Yeah, it's going in here. So, okay, good. Yeah, so that was kind of like what the idea was. Okay, so this is a simple hatch, hatch ranch. Um, there's too many in here, so this thing's gonna go. But what I'll show you guys how to like kind of conform. I guess we'll just let them sit there. But I'll show you how to basically create almost infinite, well, basically a sustainable amount of food for barbecue, which is a pretty good thing to sustain yourself on. Should I just mine this out? I need, oh, we got these, so we could do... It doesn't really matter what you make it out of, but we're gonna use granite, because I think it looks cool. Oh, wait, so I'll show you how I tame them. Everybody does these things a little differently. I'll show you guys how I tame them. Let's see, do I have what I need? Oh, yeah, I do. I do not have everything I need. Okay, research. I need these. What else was I researching? Anything important? Was I researching anything important? Oh, I was researching that, which is... Ooh, I do need that, so I might as well do that first. Yeah, I'll show you after I'm done researching it all. But, so basically I enclose it in its own little base here. Which I might end up making it a lot bigger, but we're just gonna close it for now. And, actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna close it. Yeah, so this is kind of how I set it up. We are gonna have to take out this one. I usually don't like mining all those out just for funsies. There's no real reason not to mine it out. I just like to. So this will probably be our exit to go up here. Let's just mine everything out here. Or at least queue everything up to mine it out. The biotubes do not like water, but they can suck it up for a little while, man. A little bit of stress is not something to kind of super worry about. It's when it becomes kind of overwhelming. That's when it's really bad. Yeah. But if unchecked, it could definitely become a bad thing. So So it will create a little bit of a mess here. You know what? I am gonna prioritize this at a 9 just because I don't want any water going in here. Rather just pool down here. Okay, so let's get that research going that I wanted. I'll show you why when I'm done. I need the AND gate. Yeah, I'll figure it out after it's all done, after it's all researched. Yeah, researching stuff, getting it done. We're gonna tame our first thing. We're gonna try to only do like a 20-30 minute episode. Really dial in what we need. Yeah, they're getting a little stressed because they get a little wet once in a while. Uh-oh. 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 Water everywhere. Okay, whatever. That's what it is. Prioritize this stuff first. Get. It's not a playthrough of Oxygen Not Included if everything goes super awesome. We're gonna prioritize this stuff first. Okay. Just water everywhere. Okay. Yeah, some got in there, but it is what it is. It is what it is, my dudes. Okay, we'll increase her. So she should be able to. Yeah, she can do the geyser thing now. She's just like, why would you do this to me? I hate you so much. We're gonna prioritize all of this super as fast as possible because I want this built first. Then it'll isolate this. We will most likely change this, set it up, but right now I want to use the geysers water for both sand and salt and oxygen. That's kind of the plan. Yeah, we're gonna actually prioritize these guys really high too, because I always want these guys filled up. Because creating power is kind of important. And maybe I should just put them in here for now, because it'll take a while. You know what? That's a good idea. We're gonna build just a little bit of a power station in here, just temporarily. This is gonna be like very temporary, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go to my automation. Perfect. Actually, what I can do is put this right here. Oops. Oops, I have all this at high 9, but whatever. I did not realize that. Okay. Power. Turn those back down. Okay, so. Putting this in the cold biome because it's going to take a while for it to cool down. Probably should just queue up like 20 of these. A lot of stuff going on. It looks kind of chaotic. That's kind of the nature of Oxygen Not Included. It does look kind of chaotic, but once you set up some of these things so they're automatic, automation is such a huge thing in Oxygen Not Included. And until you can do that, it gets a little bit overwhelming. So this is actually going to be at a 6. All of this is going to be at a 6 because I want these to done second after this. And I'm going to do this because these scaffolding will last for 10 cycles if I don't remove them, but you do kind of have to manually remove them. I did get water everywhere. Oh boy, I should probably deal with some carbon dioxide. Did I ever... Okay, the NOT gate is also important for that project. Did I have... Okay, carbon skimmer. So, here's another thing that is kind of important with this stuff right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Hias here. I'm going to plumb this in. This is going to go into here. Usually I do it a little bit neater, but that's the way it's going to go right now. So the beauty of it is once this is done, the extra water will go into here and here. I mean, it'll split off evenly, but it doesn't really matter. And then this is going to pump out polluted water, which is going to go back in the cycle. And then this pumps in as much as it pumps out. They don't tell... See, a lot of things with Oxygen Not, because they don't exactly tell you that these do more, pump out more polluted water than regular water in. So, like, you just don't know, and then eventually you pile it up and you're like, oh, it's overflowing, you don't know why. So it's kind of a good thing. So see, like, it's full, so it's pumping it out, and it's going to go into here and comes out, and then half of it will go in here and eliminate the carbon dioxide which is building up in my base. Yeah, so that's not, but that's at a lower priority because I really want this built ASAP so that I can get the ice. Doesn't really matter, but as long as it's brine ice. Yeah. And then we're gonna get this built up pretty quick because I don't want these heating up my base. Heat is a massive killer in this game when you don't know how to figure it out. Medical and science? I mean, they're never gonna be a medical and science. Do I have 3? I do not have 3, so... Do I have... No, so let's grab that guy. He's gonna prioritize building and digging, and second to operation, and we'll eventually switch out his gears. He can just improve that. Okay. So we're gonna need a digging. We're gonna need another digger. Chip. Should I do it? No, because we're gonna do the mechatronic engineer for everybody. That's right. See, now they're all like, the guys are getting pretty stressed because they're getting really wet. It's kind of the downside of like what I'm doing here, but you know what? I'm gonna do this, build this right here, and I'm gonna get them to not go in there. Actually, this can be like, build it now. And I'll force those guys not to be able to go in here. Just to allow their stress to chill out a little bit. Because they will get stressed out at this point. This guy. Yeah, they're already getting stressed out. Like I said, stress can be a pretty gnarly thing, but they do get stressed out when they get wet because they're robots. Makes sense, right? So I just made it so they can't go in there. They'll just do a bunch of other jobs outside of it for now. Until their stress gets lowered. You can build like massage rooms and stuff like that, but we just haven't done that yet. We probably will eventually. Yeah. But I do need metal and stuff like that, so they do have jobs like this. They're gonna do the refinery and power, build this thing. So here's the cool thing that happens. So this is a little bit of a loop. So it's gonna go in here. It's gonna turn that on. Barely turned it on. And then it's going to create some more polluted water. It's going to go in here. It's going to go in here. Go for it. Actually, you know what? We should probably do one of these. And then it'll prioritize this. Yeah, then it'll prioritize the... Yeah, that's better. Because we don't need the bristle blossom. It's just there just to eat up water, really. It gives us a little bit of food, but nothing crazy. Okay. We do have some polluted water going on, but it is what it is. Okay, power. Don't have enough refined metal for that. Let's just destroy 2 of these. With only 3 bile dupes, it's not a big deal. And this is, again, a pretty early build. We're gonna definitely tear this apart and rebuild it later, but you know, it is what it is. So, okay, so I got my AND gate. Now what did I need? I got that, so I could set this all up. Okay, so what else should I research that's useful? Useful. Oh, I mean, I could do that. Oh, refinery. Let's get the refinery going. Okay. So this is how we do. This is how I do it. I mean, I'm sure everybody has different ways of doing it. So I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna put a NOT gate here. And then I'm gonna put a hydro sensor here with a thermal sensor here. So yeah, when this is all built, I'll show you. So when the hydro sensor is on, or when it sends a green signal, and this sends a green signal, This will send this. Both of these will send a green signal if they're both green to the pump. But if they're not sending a green signal, it'll send a red signal, which will send this, and then this. So it'll send a red signal to the NOT gate, which changes it to a green symbol, which turns on the liquid tempodizer, which makes this area hotter. And the reason why I did that is if the water is too cold, because it's -10 that comes out of this thing, and if you pump it right out of it, it'll mess up all the pipes. Okay, we're running out of food. We have tons of food. Stop being so needy, man. Yeah, so then it'll ruin the pipes, and if it, like, that's just sucks. So we're gonna fix that, and we're gonna do that. Ooh, I know what we should research. Better power lines. Because this tempodizer uses like 1200 volts or something like that. 900, so almost 1000. So this is like over 1000 just with these two things. So why did that get built there? That's weird. Did I click that? So, pretty temporary solution right here, but it is what it is. That way, because this is going to pump out a lot of heat. And it's already really cold in here, so it's going to take a while for this area to warm up. So I don't want it here. In fact, I got lots of power, so I can just get rid of this now. I don't want to heat up the base now, as it is. So that'll really help. Heat is just one of those things that is, like, if you're not paying attention. Oh, that's right. Do I have 2 research? I do. Okay, she might as well go for medical. I'm wondering why my research seems to be just like giving her. Seems to be happening so fast. Okay. Yeah, getting quite a bit done here. Rebuilding this over here. See, now the stress of these guys are lower, so I can actually open these up for these guys. Without them, I mean, they're probably gonna get wet again, but it is what it is, and we'll just deal with the situation that comes around to us. Okay, this can all be a 6. I don't know why. Oh, because when you build something, whatever you call it as, yeah, exactly. So it defaults to whatever you build last. So if you build something at 9, it's going to keep being at 9 until you change it. Which is nice, but I don't want everything I build at 9. I wish it defaulted to 5 regardless, but whatever. That's what it is. So I always forget. Go, my minions. Build some stuff. Suck up some oxygen. This should be working now. Better. Yeah, it prioritizes this. Okay, good. And then that'll keep cycling. Eventually it'll just keep eating up all the carbon dioxide in here. From at least this level, which seems to be the bottom of my base anyways. And there's a lot of carbon dioxide down here, so that'll slowly eat away. Yeah, okay, so we're stockpiling it now. That's perfect. Or a little bit. Eventually it's going to catch up to all this carbon dioxide. That's a good way to destroy all of it. Or, I mean, realistically, if you're deploying a different way, you can just keep building down, and then the oxygen or the carbon dioxide will just keep piling lower because it's heavier than oxygen. Yeah. I really want to deal with this polluted oxygen, but actually, do I do it? Yeah, I could. let's just do this super inefficient, but you know, whatever. Super inefficient, but it is what it is. I did prioritize this first, so they're going for it. And then I'm gonna close this. I usually put airflow tiles. I don't know why I didn't do that. Because sometimes it breaks just from the pressure. I don't know, I found sometimes it broke and that fixes it, so whatever. Let's see here. Do we want to bring in a new dupe? No, let's do one of these guys. Oh, more research that we can research. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Oh, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. Okay, they're almost done building this little room, so that's good. Then we're gonna get all the ice out of here. Let's do this right here. I'll show you why in a sec. Okay, they're building it. That looks pretty cool. I like the granite look. Looks kind of fitting because it's like frozen. Looks kind of frozen. And they're gonna build this after. We have lots of algae, so I don't imagine we're gonna have a problem with oxygen. We're going pretty quick, doing things pretty efficiently. I usually, in most of my playthroughs, I usually rush for solar, but I'm gonna try not to do that and just kind of see how it goes. With this event being here, I might really work a way to tame this event. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're pretty stressed out. They should be able to get all this done and never have to go in here again. Come on. Okay, you're just gonna get out of here. Where's Buddy? Oh, there he is. Okay, why is he not able to get out? Is it because of that? I really don't want him having a mental breakdown this early. Why can't he get there? There we go, okay. Hopefully, okay, he's already de-stressing. He's not in water anymore. Okay, just not let him go in there. Okay, so we're gonna do... what was I gonna do? We were gonna do... one of these. You know what? We're gonna build these first, then these. Yeah, he's just building other stuff, which is fine. This is slowly getting rid of some of the carbon dioxide. know what? Let's get some airflow in here. Yeah, let's check. Should we just increase her strength? She's like, yeah. Oh, she's gonna have, whatever. We'll make it work. A little bit of stress ain't no big deal. We can deal with it. The stress will get better once you get like private rooms and like create like a proper bedroom and stuff. But yeah, okay, so for this episode, this is the big thing here. This thing is how I tame. So I set this up so if it's above 1,000, because this will fill up. Actually, we'll do, yeah, 1,000. And then above, if it's above 10 degrees. So see, it's red right now, which means, let's go automation, which means it turns this to green. So this will turn on. And I only have this up just so like this gets full. Actually, we can just do 500. Now, I think sometimes there's a bubble that happens. So, you know what? Once this gets full, I don't know, we're just gonna have to deal with it if it deals with it. But sometimes there's a bubble that happens. And that's why usually I like to make it a lot bigger and like, yeah, well, we might end up using this whole thing, just seal off this whole room. But then I want to be able to travel up here. I don't know, we'll figure something out. I might just pump it here, or I might just do it in a big room this way. Actually, that's a better idea. And then have it go in there. Okay, yeah, whatever, we'll figure it out. So power banks, empty. This is going to be highest priority. These are going to be 9 because, let's face it, kind of important to have power for these guys. Yeah, but we'll call it there for now. This is where I'm going to do the kind of everything's temporary right now, but it is what it is. We're going to rebuild this here so it chills, so it doesn't heat up the base what we got going on, which is already starting to get a little warm because this bio was hot. So, and this bio is like potentially coming hot. I'm not too worried about it right now because this bio, we cracked open this, so it's kind of leaking its cold air in here, and we'll see whatever gets built in here too. So like the water fell in here, so the water is now kind of cooling up this base. Actually, it's kind of funny, but you know, it's what it is. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the heat, but the big heater stuff does make a big difference later in the game, for sure. And once we get a cooling loop, it'll be fine. But yeah, we'll call it quits for now. Oh yeah, this is what I was gonna do. So sweep all, and then the stuff in here can be swept and put in here, and then we can seal this off. So that was what I wanted to do, and then it just drops all the ice down here. If you don't push it on sweep all, it'll just pick up all the stuff that's around here, and then sometimes they just sit here just start scooping it up. So just be mindful of that. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna do this at higher priorities for all of these because I do need those going. So see, like it's kind of, they're just scooping all this stuff up, and then I can seal it off, and it becomes its own little room. Controlled room. You know what? For now, I think I'm just gonna do this because I feel like I might need to come back in here at some point. Yeah. Okay. So that's good. We got a tamer fixed. So see these scaffolding, you just remove them and then just put another one of these, and that'll be completely built. That's my cool slush geyser kind of build. Like I said, usually I build these longer, but for now we're just gonna do that. I will most likely rebuild this whole thing and all of this. But yeah, just for now, that's what we got. And I feel like we did pretty good this episode for sure. It was only like 30 minutes, and we did quite a bit of stuff. Actually, I guess we did this carbon skimmer. So this would be if I built like a bigger base, and I probably will, and I'll do the dupes like home down here somewhere. And this is kind of my bottom layer. So I have like a utility room where I have this going, just a removing all the carbon dioxide, and it's just automatic. It just does it automatically. All the water, and then all the water goes into usually a thimble reed, because then you don't need the extra power for this thing. I don't Minimax things, I just kind of haphazardly do everything because I'm silly like that. Alright guys, well that was super fun. I'm glad you guys watched it, and hopefully we'll get another episode up here soon.